Now the body follows the hands, and that simple skill triggers things to happen automatically in your golf swing. Now your body follows your hands, and not your hands follow your body. And this is absolutely massive. Now I might get hammered for this, but I don't mind. But I believe that the average club golfer has been tricked into believing that club head speed and power comes from turning the shoulders or by getting the body involved. And you know what? You don't have to believe me. I mean, who am I?
I feel you've kind of been conned into thinking that this is about swinging, turning your shoulders and using your body, where in actual fact 70% of your speed and your face control comes from how well you use your wrists.
Stop fighting with complicated swing mechanics, body rotations, your hips and your shoulders. You're going to hurt yourself.
Hey guys, nice book. Can I have a look? Ugh.
All good and great players have learnt to do this first, to learn how the hands work and what plane the arms are swinging on. This fires other things to happen as your body naturally reacts to these movements. Now it's all about how the hands and arms work relative to the club face. That's where the control comes from, and not your body.
Stand there and see if you can accelerate your club with your feet close together and penetrate the ball. Look at that, beautiful.
That's awesome.
No, I would tell him, I'm not going to let you go any further until you can do this.
And what you just did right there, you hit what? That's a pitching wedge or 9-iron? And it went about 100 yards.
Yeah.
So
and I only weigh 145 pounds, and I'm 87 years old. I'm only supposed to hit the ball 50 yards instead of 100. How can a little man with a light body hit the ball that far? I'm smart. I'm not dumb. I know what the hell I'm doing.
You just can't miss this step out and then rock up and throw your hips in and your shoulders in. I mean, it doesn't work that way. You know, and all great players have perfected this skill first, often from being a kid.
good lad. You want to see? You want to see?
Yeah.
And then you can become more dynamic and more athletic, start to use the ground more as you work up through the gears. Now if we strip it right back to the basics and think about throwing a ball or shooting a basketball, and think about how your hand, arm and wrist work. Now you go straight back and straight through this way, and there's no twisting or turning going on. Now if you relate this to a golf swing, your hands and arms don't swing straight back, straight down and through like this. Because in golf, the correct posture, it gives you this angle. And your hand and arm swing back and forth on an arc around your body. And your wrists just follow, regardless of what arc or path or plane your arms are swinging on. Now this is really important because it's not just a rotation, it's a rotation to a target. So your hand works back behind your body, then from behind your body, heads off to the right from the inside, through impact, and then gets pulled into the finish around your body. Now this is the perfect scenario with a golf swing, where the hands, arms and wrists all work back together on the same arc, or plane, or path, or whatever you want to call it. Finishing at the top of the backswing with a flat straight left wrist and square club face to then go on to react to the target. Remember, it's a rotation to a target and not just a circular motion. Then everything aligns up perfectly. Your club face, your swing path, swing plane and the body rotations and your ball flight is going to be consistent and fairly straight, and it's not going to curve or spin much to the right or left either. So that's the kind of textbook Rory and Tiger stuff. You could always get yourself up on a TV screen, split screen, there's Rory, there's you, and see how you compare. Rory's turning a lot, you need to work on it. No, you don't. Where does all the power and clubhead speed come from? Yes, that's right, your hands, arms and wrists. So don't forget it. Now this is where it gets interesting, and it's also great and correct if it fits the golfer, but it's all got to match up. Because as a coach, you've got to be very careful what you change and what you leave well alone. Especially something which is a natural part of a player's DNA, because you'll kill them. Let's say the swing arc, path or direction is identical, but this time there's some turning or twisting of the hand and wrist. And of course this twisting has got a name, it's pronation and subnation. And I think there's even a supination in there. But it's basically just a rotation. And somebody trying to sound clever. Which in this case puts the left wrist into an arched position at the top of the backswing, closing the club face. Most golfers that do this tend to match things up with a very open, often dynamic and athletic position through impact. So closed at the top and open through impact. The body is reacting to the closed club face and is forced into this position to square things up. So the body is reacting to the hands, arms and wrists. The body follows the hands. Now if the club face is closed at the top, then you're not going to want to fall back onto your right side and try and scoop it, because that just doesn't match up. In most cases, your body will want to find a way to offset the closed club face. Your body is a clever piece of kit. And I know it's the in thing at the moment, but believe you me, not everybody from a flexibility standpoint can arch the left wrist at the top of the backswing like this. I mean, that hurts. I mean, that's how the likes of John Rahm and Dustin Johnson do it. You know, athletes. I mean, you don't have to be one, but you know, it does help. Now if I did the opposite twist, which cupped my left wrist at the top of the backswing, opening the club face, then my body would be forced to react to the open club face, often with a strong grip or an aggressive release through impact. Just like Phil Mickelson or Fred Couples or many, many, many more.
And watch what happens as he comes out. Look at that. Look at right there. His right hand is almost off the golf club.
Now none of these are better or worse than the other, as long as it all matches up to the style, build and flexibility of the player. Did you get it? The body reacts to the club face and follows the hand, arm and wrist movement, and not the other way around. I mean, you don't throw a ball with your shoulders and your back, do you? Well, maybe you do. I'd like to see that one. I would like to see that, actually. Send me a video of throwing a ball with your back. Now in a perfect world, or when I get my hands on a beginner, I get them to hit shots with the feet together and take the body out.
So far the short game has been wonderful. 64 yesterday.
big hook. That's when you're getting trapped on the inside. And it's gone a long way, but yeah, good shot. So they can gain control over the club face with the hand, arm and wrist motion. And once they gain control over the club face, I get them to open the stance, and this same hand, arm and wrist motion naturally pulls and turns the body into the correct position. It triggers things and movements which naturally happen. And I'm looking for the hands, arms and wrists to move like this, all squarely aligned. So my wrists are doing this, and my arms are swinging in an arc directed to a target. So if you take hold of your fingers with your left arm like this and just throw your right arm forward and let your wrist go through impact. And that's how the golf swing feels, as the momentum of the club head takes off and the hands just let it go. You know, it makes it so much easier to build the correct sequence of body movements into your swing. The swing path is correct. Your wrist movements are squarely aligned in relation to the arc, the path, the plane, or whatever you want to call it. And you've gained control over the club face. Job's a good one. Perfect that, mate. Cracking shot. Boom. Yeah. Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. Well done, mate. Down the middle. Right, come on, mate. First tee shot. Go for it. Yeah, great shot. Cracking shot that, mate. Well done. High five, high five, high five. Get in there, my girl. Go get him. Enjoy it, yeah?
Yes.
Go, mate.
Und Sieger netto mit 38 Nettopunkten. German Golfclub Leutersdorf, Leo Kopanski.
Go, Leo. Go, Leo.
Punkten. German Golfclub Leutersdorf, Lucy Kopanski.
Go, Lucy. Go, go. Get ready. You won a medal.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Go on, Leo.
Ruby Kopanski.
Go, Ruby. Get him.
Und noch Netto Burschensieger mit 36 Netto.
So, mate. Go, Ruby. Got a new cap. Look at that, no messing.
I can feel it somewhere inside, haunting like a drug I keep on wanting. There's a love that fits so perfect, it's hard to believe.